Good morning, children. I welcome you again for our social science class. So, in the last classes, we saw about the sources of modern India and the establishment of trading centers of the Portuguese. And today, in this class, we are going to see how Britishers established their trading centers in India, how they occupied India, the ways they captured, everything we are going to see. Okay, we all know that we were under the rule of the Britishers for many years, and finally at 1947 we got independence. So what are the things led them to come to India and how they occupied, everything we are going to see in this class. Let's start. The British. On 31st December 1600, Elizabeth, the Queen of England, granted a charter to the Governor and Company of Merchants of London to trade with the East Indies. So Queen Elizabeth, she is the Queen of London. On 31st December 1600, she gave permission to trade with East Indies. So East Indies includes India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Colombia, Thailand, Cambodia, everything. So all these countries, they can go and trade with them. Okay, she gave the permission. The company was headed by a governor and a court of 24 directors. So the company was headed by a governor, under the control of the governor and a court of 24 directors came to India. Captain Hawkins visited Jahangir's court in 1608 to get certain concessions for the company. So initially they went to the court of Jahangir. He is one of the Mughal emperor, famous Mughal emperor, Captain Hawkins. Okay, he visited in the year 1608 to get certain concessions, to get permission to start his trading company. He secured a permission to raise a settlement at Surat. However, the emperor cancelled the permission under the pressure from the Portuguese, because already they were under the pressure, under the rule of the Portuguese, right? So now Jahangir first he gave the permission to start the trading center at Surat, but later he cancelled because of the pressure he got from the Portuguese emperors. In 1612, the English captain Thomas Best inflicted a severe defeat over the Portuguese in a naval battle near Surat. So in 1612, an English captain named Thomas Best, he defeated a Portuguese naval battle. So now the first time war between a Portuguese and a British people, and this time British people has won. The Mughal Emperor Jahangir permitted the English to establish their factory at 1613 at Surat. So now he gave the permission, because he came to know that the Britishers are more stronger than the Portuguese people. So he gave permission to the English people to start their trading center. Okay, initially became the headquarters. Surat became the headquarters initially. Okay. Captain Nicholas Downton won another decisive victory over the Portuguese in 1614. These events enhanced the British prestige as the Mughal court. So again, one more person defeated the Portuguese people. The name is Captain Nicholas Downton. He was also from the British. So he also defeated Portuguese in 1614. So again, this is a second victory. So their prestige, the British prestige at the Mughal court was increased. In 1615, Sir Thomas Roe was sent to Jahangir's court by King James I of England. So in 1615, Sir Thomas Roe, a British man, he was sent to Jahangir's court by the King James I of England. He remained at Agra for 3 years and succeeded in concluding commercial treaty with the emperor. So he stayed there for three years in Agra, where the Taj Mahal is built up, and he made many commercial treaty with the emperors, commercial bonds, signs and all. Before the departure of Sir Thomas Roe, the English has established their trading centers at Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad and Broch. So before he left the country, before he left Agra, he made many trading centers. He established many trading centers at Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad and Broch. On the coastline of the Bay of Bengal, the English established their first factory in 1611 at Masulipatam, an important port in the territory of the Kingdom of Golconda. So in 1611, the English established their first factory in Masulipatam. It was the Kingdom of Golconda. Again in 1637, an English merchant, Francis Day, obtained Madras as a lease from Chennappa Nayaka, the ruler of Chandragiri. So we live in Chennai, right? Madras. Initially it was called as Madras. So it was also got as a lease from Chennappa Nayaka, the ruler of Chandragiri, by the English merchant called Francis Day, to make some trades. The East India Company built its famous factory known as Fort St. George in Madras, which became their headquarters for the Eastern Belt and the first fort built by the British in Chennai, in India. So the English East India Company became very famous, and they started building many factories all over India. In Chennai, they first built the fort called St. George. Today also we see that, right? St. George Fort. Okay, later it became the headquarters for the whole eastern belt, okay, for the British people. King Charles II of English received the island of Bombay as a part of his dowry from the Portuguese king on the occasion of his marriage with Catherine. So King Charles II, he is a British man of King of England. He received Bombay as a dowry for his marriage with Catherine. Okay, Catherine, she is the daughter of a Portuguese king. So Portuguese king was ruling Bombay. On marriage of his daughter, he gave Bombay as a dowry. In 1668, the East India Company acquired the island at an annual rent of £10 from Charles II. So in 1668, they acquired a island from Charles II. In 1690, a factory was established at Sutanati by Job Charnock. The zamindari of the three villages of Sutanati, Kalikata and Govindpur was acquired by the British in 1698. These villages later grew into a city of Calcutta. So many villages also came under their rule, they acquired. So later they became very big town. Okay, it was increased economically. The factory of Sutanati was fortified in 1696, and this new fortified settlement was named Fort William in 1700. So the factory of Sutanati, and later it was named as Fort William in 1700, because he is the person who developed it. After the Battle of Plassey in 1757 and the Battle of Buxar in 1764, the company became a political power. India was under the East India Company rule till 1858. After it came under the direct administration of the British Crown. So the Battle of Plassey, it happens in 1757, and the Battle of Buxar in 1764. So these all things which increase the political power of the Britishers. So India was under the East India Company rule till 1858, and it became the it came under the rule of the Britishers. Okay, directly they started ruling the country. So later first they came for trade purpose. They found new sea route. Portuguese, many people have come. They found new sea routes, new ways to visit our country. They started trading here. They started to marry Indian people, and later they started to rule our country. So here the class gets over, and your question for this class is, how did the British establish their trading centers in India? So the notes also have taken the snap, and I'll send you in WhatsApp. You just go through it, write it for one time and learn the question. Okay, thank you children.